A Maryland woman from Baltimore, whose death last year was blamed on an attack by a panhandler, was actually killed by her own husband and his adult daughter. Keith Smith had told police that his wife, Jacqueline, who was an engineer from Hartford County, was trying to give money to a panhandler at a traffic light when she was robbed and fatally stabbed. If this is your first time here, welcome to Messy World. You love messy, and we're here to bring it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
And Smith were celebrating his daughter's birthday at a VFW hall in West Baltimore Friday night. On the way to drop her off on the east side, Jacqueline saw a woman in distress. She just wanted to help. Still dressed in the clothes she was wearing in the back seat of that car Friday night, Valeria Smith couldn't bring herself to leave her father this weekend at his home in Aberdeen.
I just want to make sure that my father is okay because, you know, he's never been through this. Now he's a widower. He hasn't eaten. He doesn't sleep. And, you know, I'm just worried about him. I'm trying to be strong for him.
But she, like so many, is paralyzed by the question, why? She says Friday night her stepmother saw a woman in need. Jacqueline waved her over to the car and was about to slip her a $10 bill. Her husband, Keith, was at the wheel.
My wife just felt moved to give her something. So at the stop sign, she waved her over to come on over to the car. And then out of nowhere, some guy came over while walking with her. And I hit my window. And Jacqueline went to hand the money out, and the guy just leaned over and said, "Can I thank your wife?" And I said, "You can thank my wife." And within that split second, this guy commenced to stabbing my wife.
Okay, so this is a story that has sparked an outrage. It attracted such national attention and prompted many to regard panhandlers as sneaky or needing to be watched. Even Oprah Winfrey, whose early career included several years covering Baltimore news, commented that she would think twice about giving panhandlers any money after reading about Jacqueline's death. But at a news conference just this Sunday, Police Commissioner Michael Harrison said that the panhandler story is not true. He announced the first-degree murder charges against Keith Smith and his daughter, Valeria Smith, 28. Both were arrested in Harlingen, Texas, near the Mexico border after the two were preparing to leave the country. So they were trying to get away with this, and they were trying to escape before they could be caught. The commissioner did not explain during the news conference what their specific roles were, nor did he tell what their possible motive was. But he did say that the concocted story took advantage of negative perceptions of Baltimore crime and credits the detectives for their work in solving the crime. So what happened was, when Jacqueline's December 1st death was initially reported, police said she lowered her car's front passenger side window to give $10 to a young woman who appeared to be holding a swaddled infant in a cardboard sign that said, "Please help me feed my baby." It was then that a man supposedly approached the car and struggled to take her wallet. He then supposedly stabbed her and ran off along with the female panhandler. After his wife died, Keith Smith gave numerous media interviews and lobbied the city to pass legislation to ban panhandling at city intersections. So this man, Keith Smith, went on to try to pretend like he really cared that his wife died, and he went on to try to get a law passed to blame panhandlers for the death of his wife. He would say something needs to be done. There are some desperate people that don't need help. They're just trying to hurt you. Well, one of Jacqueline Smith's brothers, Marcel Trevon, never really believed Keith's story. He said that it never made sense. "I told detectives from the beginning that there are no suspects out there." So police are not able to say how they made or why they made this arrest, because they said that the investigation is still ongoing and that there are other pieces of evidence to collect and other witnesses that need to be interviewed. A bishop from the church where the Smiths were active, Helping Hands Ministries in Churchville, said, "I'm surprised, I really am. We had no idea or indication that he had the capacity to do something like that." Both Keith and Jacqueline Smith led the church's Christian education classes. They rewrote the curriculum for the course. Keith Smith participated in a prison ministry and would travel once a month to minister to prisoners in Hagerstown. So this is a shock to their community community. This is a shock to their church. Why would this man, Keith Smith, and his 28-year-old daughter kill his wife and mother? It just seems senseless to me, and I hope they get the evidence necessary to convict this man, because this is not the first time that he finds himself in trouble. 2 decades ago, he robbed the old First Union Bank 3 times. The first in December 1999. He carried a pellet gun, which the tellers thought was a real firearm, according to a Baltimore County police report. Smith pleaded guilty to robbery with a deadly weapon and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. So this is not the first time that Keith Smith has done some dirt. We're not going to cast judgment until all the facts come out, but this is definitely a mess, and we're done cleaning it up. Tell us what you think. What could be this man's possible motive for killing his wife as a minister of the gospel? Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe for more messy entertainment.